This conference will now be recorded.
Yes, guys. So, guys, in the last session, I said about the Python full stack related information. So, if you want to be becoming like a Python full stack developer, then what things you require to learn? Okay, and also if you want to be learn only Python language related, so then what we need to learn? So, these things I explained in the last session, guys. Okay, so just I'll give you some overview about previous session, and later we will start about today. Okay. So here in the Python full stack, so totally we need to learn Python, core Python and advanced Python, and also its framework, language related framework, Django framework is there, and also one database that is MySQL DB, and UI technologies we are going to be learning it. Okay, so combination of these all things comes under the Python full stack development. So if you want to be becoming like a Python full stack developer, you need to spend 3 months time. Okay, maximum 3 months time, and duration is 1.5 hour, 8 p.m. to 9:30. Okay, so and every day class recorded videos I'm sharing to you, and material also I will share to you, and whatever the programs we are doing in our session, so I will share those all things also. And end of these courses, main projects also we will do it, guys. So when you're doing the projects like in our session what we are discussing, so like those projects if you are doing many, then in the real time also easily you can handle it. Okay, when you are getting the jobs also. Yes. And if you want to learn only pure Python language related, so core Python and advanced Python enough, guys. Along with this database also we are going to learn it. Okay, I will tell about that one. MySQL database. So we will discuss, guys. MySQL DB, core Python, advanced Python with MySQL DB. Understanding? Yeah. So after learning this core and advanced Python related, then later you can choose the different courses. So we have many of courses after Python. So data science we have, artificial intelligence we have, robotics we have, deep learning we have, machine learning we have. Okay, so like many of the courses there, whatever you want you can choose it, guys. Azure DevOps like that. So here, if you want to be becoming like a Python web developer, then Python with the Django framework, you need to be choose it. That is nothing but a full stack development. Okay, so in this full stack, you are going to be becoming like web developer. So clear this one? Yeah. And for more information about the course or fee structure or anything, so you can contact to these numbers. You can contact to these numbers, guys. So these are the belongs to admin people numbers. VLR training related admin people numbers. Okay, na? Yes. So in the real time, guys, any application like Amazon, Swiggy, Zomato, BookMyShow, whatever, if you are taking, so all the applications having the three layers, guys. All the applications having the three layers. So one is presentation layer, one is business layer, and another one is database layer, guys. Okay, front end layer, back end layer, DB layer. So the point, remember, to developing the presentation logics of our application, so we require to learn UI technologies like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, like these all things. If you want to developing the business logics of our application, we need to learn any one language and its framework. So you can learn Python, Python related framework, Django. Okay, Python related framework, Django. Or else you can choose Java, Java related frameworks, so Spring, Hibernate, like that. We can choose .NET, its framework like ASP.NET, MVC framework, like many of there. Okay, any one language and its related framework, you need to learn it. So guys, after choosing the Python, don't framework ASP.NET, Spring, like that. Okay, so whatever the language you are choosing, the language related framework only you need to be choose it. Yes, the point, remember guys. And you are learning Python or Java or .NET, so that is not a matter. For all the people, UI technologies are common and database knowledge also common. Only business logic related, back-end development related only changing with respect to particular language. Okay, so if you are choosing any language, for example Python or Java .NET, in this language guys, you are going to get all the language related rules and regulations, fundamentals, syntaxes, so all the basic things you are getting here. And then when you are learning the framework, so using the framework, real time applications we can develop it. Got it? So along with the language and its framework, we can developing the applications more easily, more easily. So I will show you today some applications what we are going to be developing using Python with the Django framework in our sessions. Clear? Yes. So yesterday I said guys, why required to choose this Python language instead of Java .NET means 3 4 points I explained. Just I'll give you the overview and we will discuss some other points today guys. So first one is easy language and simple language. We can say Python is more easy and simple. So how can you say means this is one example. If you want to print just hello message or hello VLR like message, then what is the use of print function? If we knows, then that's enough. If you are learning about different function behavior, then we can display the message. But in Java, so to display this message, we need to be learn about these all definitions. So here the class having meaning, sample having meaning, here some rules there, some rules there. If we know these rules, then only we can create a class name. And here public, private, protected, we can write different names. So using public, what happened, using private, what happened, like these all things we need to know it guys. So these things we are calling access modifiers. Based on these access modifiers, so particular class we can access where, we cannot access where, like all the information we will understanding. Okay, so we have about the static void, void is a method here. Okay, and main, here having meaning is after learning these all things, then we can display this message. So that's why if you are choosing the Java, we need to be put more concentration to learn these all definitions. Okay, so Java is more burden instead of, compared to the Python for learning all the concepts. So that's why many of the students are choosing Python language because of its easy syntax and simple nature. Got it? Yes. And also one more thing is Python is a dynamic language. Python is a dynamic language. How we can say it's a dynamic language means, so simply at the time of assigning the value to a variable, then no need to be define the data type before the variable simply. Okay. So this is a variable name equal to variable value guys. So in this variable, what value required, that is we are not representing, that is we are not representing, just we are assigning some value based on the value. So based on the value at runtime, runtime means whenever we are executing program, at runtime memory is allocating. So here integer value is there, integer memory creating, here float value is there, then float memory creating, like that based on the value memory is creating automatically by Python itself. So as a developer, we are not responsible, developers are not responsible to managing the memories in Python. So that is one of the best benefit in Python. Okay, if it is Java guys, if you are taking Java, so before assigning the value to a variable, in this variable what value is required, that is we are representing here, that is we are representing here int type value is required into a variable, that is the meaning here. Int a means integer value required. So yes, I give an int, no problem. Okay, instead of int, if I'm giving like something float value, something float value, if I'm giving like that, then it throws error, it gives error. Integer value required, but you are giving float value. Float is more memory, big memory. So big memory is required, so that's why getting problem. And also one more problem is for storing this 10 value, integer memory is enough. For example, this size memory is enough. But if I'm using double, then so big memory is allocating. For double variable, big memory is allocating. So obviously here memory is wasting. Okay, now. Yes. And one more thing is automatic garbage collector is there. Automatic garbage collector is there. It means, so when we are using the same reference or when we are using the multiple memories with same reference, then only latest one only existing, and remaining all things are automatically deleting. Because of this, memory is getting free, guys. Memory is getting free. Got it? So for example, if I'm using like this two times, a equal 10 and a equal 20. So if I'm printing a, then only 20 value we are getting. So this is automatically deleting unused value. And here Python is a free open source language, I said. So from the official site, from this official site, we can download freely and we can install it. No need to be pay any amount to any company. And also when we are downloading, it's a source code also we can see. That's why we can say it's a open source. Python is a open source language. Okay, na? And also using the Python language, if you are deciding to develop the applications, so for your application, any database you can use it, because Python supports all databases. Okay, so Zomato, Swiggy, if you are taking a database required for storing the information, for storing all the items information, and when we are giving the new orders, so storing that order, okay, delivering the foods, for this all information maintaining purpose, the database is required. Okay, so these all points we discussed in the previous session, guys. So not only this, so many are there. So again, we will discuss one more thing. Yeah, and next, Python is interpreted language, guys. Python, Python is a interpreted. Python is a interpreter language. So some languages are belongs to compiler languages. Some languages are belongs to interpreter languages. Okay. So what is the difference between compiler language and interpreter language? First of all, we need to know, guys. Okay, so yeah, now I'll tell about that one. So Java is a compiler language. Java is a compiler based language, and Python is a interpreter based language. So what is that meaning? We will discuss, guys. So in Python, for example, a equal to 10, I'm writing, b equal to 20. Okay, next c equal to a plus b, and next I'm printing this one. Okay, so this is my program, guys, a Python program. Python program. For example, if we are taking addition programming, addition or sum programming, simply I'll take add. So Python files extension is the .py we are using. Any file name with extension .py is nothing but Python file. Okay, any file name .py is called Python file name. So if it is a Java, guys, yeah, .java we are using. Okay, Java file extension is .java. If it is HTML file, .html we are using. If it is a text file, .txt we are using, like that. Based on the extension, we can understanding this file belongs to what. Okay, so Python files extension is .py. Remember that. Now I created this Python file, and whenever I'm using, whenever I'm running this program, running means executing. So first, in this line, creating one memory. In that memory, 10 value storing. Again here 20 value storing, and now here a value, b value. It means these two memories related value adding and assigning to c variable. Okay, and later this memory related value printing here. Understanding? So top to bottom, guys, top to bottom, line by line executing. When comes to this first line, guys, first this first line executing. So immediately here 10 value creating in one memory, and that memory is represented by reference A, guys. Reference A. Okay, so this is one instruction. What is happening in this instruction means assign the 10 value into a variable. It means, so internally in the Python memory allocation, like one memory creating, storing in that 10 value, assign to a reference to a variable. Okay, again here assigning the 20 value to the b variable. It means, so one more memory is creating and storing 20 value and reference to the b. Okay, next here a plus b means arithmetic operation, guys. A reference value, b reference value, adding. Plus means addition, adding, guys. So after adding 30 coming, 30 assigned to the c variable. Okay, so reference to the c variable, guys. Reference to the c variable. Here, yes. Next, print C means, so in this C reference, what value is there? That is we are printing. That is we are printing here. Result 30 is printing, guys. So like that, top to bottom, line by line instructions are executing, guys. Top to bottom, line by line instructions are executing. Okay, so interpreted languages means whenever executing top to bottom, line by line, in which line error coming, in which line exception coming, they're only stopping the program. They're only stopping the programming. Remaining lines are not executing. For example, totally here 4 lines there, but in this third line something error is there, then next line not executing. Even next line properly is there also, but not executing. Okay, wherever error coming, wherever exception coming. What is exception? These all things later I will tell. So wherever error is coming, they're only stopping the program, and the next lines are not executing, even though the next lines are properly written. Okay, so these kind of programs are called interpreter based languages. So for example, first time in the second line error is there, then here only stopping, in this one the second line error is there showing. So we need to be solve that one. Next, whenever again executing, then third line checking, guys. So top to bottom checking every time. So then the third line is correctly there or not checking. If it is not correct, then again throws error. Like that, each line one after another checking. When that particular line is properly there, then immediately for that line related memory is creating. Memory is creating. Okay. So this is called interpreted behavior. So in the interpreter behavior languages, each line one after another executing. Okay, if the first line properly is there, immediately for that memory creating, and next line if it is properly there, memory creating. Okay, and next line if not properly there, then immediately throws error. Okay, like that. But if it is a compiler language, then all lines at a time checking. So first line properly is there, second line not properly is there, for example. Next, third line also properly there, fourth line not there properly. Then like that, top to bottom, all lines at a time checking, then one time return. So so and so second line getting problem, so and so last line getting problem, like that. So then we need to be solve those all lines. Okay, so these kind of programs called compiler based languages. Remember, guys, so this is the Python programming. So in this Python high level language
Sir, hello. Sir, if you're speaking, I think you're on mute. Can you please unmute and speak? Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, yes, yes. Are you getting my voice?
Yeah, I can hear you now, sir. Thanks.
The last point is Python is a interpreter language. Okay. So what is interpreter means? What is interpreter means? Whenever we are executing the particular program, then top to bottom all lines executing, guys. Top to bottom all lines executing. So interpreter language is only one line executing at a time. One line executing at a time. If this line properly is there, then immediately memory is creating for this line. Next, coming to the next line. Okay, if the first line not properly there, then here only stopping programming and throws exception. Throws exception. Understanding? So that is nothing but interpreter behavior. So Java is comes under compiler language. Compiler means all lines at a time checking, top to bottom all line checking, first line properly there or not. Okay, if it is there properly, then next line checking. If not there also properly, first line, okay, again next line checking. So what lines are not there properly, those all lines are catching and written at a time. So and so lines are getting problem like that. Okay, that is compiler behavior. But interpreter behavior is each line checking, each time one line only checking. Okay, so first line checking, if everything okay, then next line checking. Wherever problem is there, they're only stopping. Okay, so remaining lines are not checking in the interpreter behavior. So Python behavior is interpreter behavior. That point remember. So sometimes in interviews also, is Python interpreter language or compiler language asking. So Python is a interpreter language we are saying. What is the meaning of interpreter? It means whenever we are executing Python language, Python program, so at a time only one line executing and immediately memory is allocating for that line. We need to say that point. All of you clear this point?
Yeah.
Yes. And the next guys here, so very less lines guys. So less lines of code in Python. Already starting first point also belongs to this one only. So less lines of code we are writing because of its inbuilt modules guys. Because of its modules. So simply more modules or else packages. Okay, more modules or packages contains more modules or packages contains. So here module is like one folder guys. Later we have the module chapter, there I will discuss more clearly what is module, what is package, like everything. Okay, so for example, whenever we are downloading and installing the Python software, along with the Python software many of the modules coming, predefined modules along with the software, what are the modules are coming or what are the packages are coming, then those things we are calling predefined modules. So for example, this is a Python software. In this Python software, so this is belongs to, for example, date related. So date related logics here coming inside one module. Okay, so nothing but one file guys. And calendar related separately coming, and voice related separately coming, patterns related. For example, regular expression patterns there. Given input is proper format is there or not. For example, mobile number contains 10 digits. So if you are giving only 7 or 8 digits, invalid number, like returning. Okay, so that is regular expression behavior. For that, one separate module, like n number of predefined modules coming guys. So later we will discuss about these modules separately. Got it? So in Java, guys, in Java, for example, today's system date and time, if you want to be print, then many lines of code we need to be write logics, many lines of code. But in Python, just one or two lines only. In Python, just one or two lines. So we are getting the system current date and time, and also calendar information also, guys. For example, here if I'm clicking, so like this calendar coming. Okay, So this entire calendar, if you want to be display in your application, if you are using Java or .NET, some other languages, many of lines code is required. But if you are using Python, just 2-3 lines code enough. You can display the calendar format. And these here dates there, guys. Monday, Tuesday, like there. Okay. So if you want to Sunday first, then you can display, or Saturday first, if you want here, then you can display whatever the format you want. You can display in that format. So more easily we can do it because Python providing separate modules for this calendar. Okay. So for example, you can see here, whenever we are downloading and installing, guys, along with Python, one IDLE also coming. This is a Python software related predefined tool. Okay. So latest version is 3.11, guys. So this is a major version. Later I'll tell about the version. Okay. So this is the minor version. This is subversion. So people are not focusing on the subversion. Only these two things important. Okay. Major and subversion. Later I'll tell about what versions there, which one is required, like that. Just wait some time. So here I'm going to be importing, for example, date time. This is one module, guys. This is one module in Python along with software coming. So what is import? These all things later you will get. Don't worry. Now here date time dot now. See here, this is my system date and time, guys. Okay, so this is a year, this is a month, this is a date. Okay, this is hour, this is a minute, and seconds, microseconds. Okay, milliseconds, simply milliseconds, like that, all displaying. And this one later, uh, whatever the format we want, we can display it. We have some other predefined methods also, so using those things, so we can display these all things, whatever the format we want, in that format. For example, like this also we can display. Okay, na? So just we are importing module. In that module we have one class, in that class we have one method, now method displaying, so system date and time, presently what is there. Okay, so every time this is not displaying same date and time. So when you are executing, that respected time displaying. See here, changing here, it's 1 minutes and second changing. Okay, if I'm executing tomorrow, then date also changing, like that. Not only this, calendar module, so many are there, later we will discuss. So because of these predefined modules, guys, so a lot of burden reducing on developers in Python. And not only predefined modules, so many third party modules also there. Third party means some other people creating some modules, those are maintaining in internet, and whenever we require those modules we can download and we can use in our development. Okay, so software, Python software is providing some modules, and some other modules providing by some other people also. So we can use these predefined modules, we can use others modules also. All together we can use for our required development. For our requirement purpose, we can use any kind of thing. So others modules how we are getting, there's a predefined modules how we are getting, these all things later we have the module chapter, there we will discuss more clearly. Okay, na? Yes, yes. Hmm. So here many modules are coming. So these all modules are already pre-compiled, guys, pre-checked and pre-compiled. So whenever we are executing our Python programming, so these modules are not validating again. So whatever the code we are writing additionally, that is only validating. So simply 70% of the code, guys, 70% of the code is pre-compiled. Okay, pre-compiled and secured code. 70% of the code is a pre-compiled and a secured code. Okay, so this point remember, like many points there, guys, many points there. So simply because of these all things, we can say using the Python language within the less time with less cost, we can developing the best applications. Okay, less time with less cost, we can developing the best applications. And also, burden reducing on developers, and complexity reducing, readability increasing. So these are the benefits if you are using the Python for developing your application. Clear so far? Up to here. And already yesterday I said after learning Python, so we can choose many of courses. That's why nowadays Python is called as a general purpose programming language for learning these all courses, guys. Point remember why people called Python is a general purpose language, general language. You can tell that point. Yeah. So now using Python language, what we can do using Python means so many of applications we can design, guys. Okay, software programs we can design. So here first of all, what is program? What is a program? What is a software? Okay, these are general terminologies, guys. Some people also don't know about these things. So tell me about program, tell me about software, what is program? If anyone asking, we need to tell the definition. Okay. So now a program is nothing but set of instructions, guys. Okay. So set of or collection of, guys. Set of instructions. Set of instructions are called as a program. Set of instructions are called as a program. So already I said here, here these all are multiple instructions, guys. So first instruction is store the 10 value into a variable. That is one instruction. So immediately computer executing this instruction, okay, and performing something action, guys. After executing particular instruction, something operation performing or some action performing. Okay. So this is another instruction. This is another instruction. Here a value, b value adding, and that result assigned to the c variable. So that is this instruction behavior. Okay. After executing all the instructions, finally we are getting some result, guys. Some result. So this is called program. This is called program. For example, this program name I'm taking like add.py, Python file add.py, guys. Okay. So now what is software? What is software? A software is nothing but collection of programs. Group of programs is nothing but software. Are you understanding? Yes. So programs, set of programs are called as a software. Set of programs are called as a software. For example, for example, if you are taking calculator, guys, calculator, calculator, calculator is a software, guys. Okay. So here add.py we are taking. So addition related add.py. Next subtraction.py, multiplication.py, division.py. Like that we are developing multiple applications. Okay. So this is what simply I'm taking like sub.py. So here a equal to 20 I'm using, next b equal to 10 I'm using, and then next c equal to a minus b, and then c, print c. Okay, this is subtraction result here. Same like here multiplication is there, guys. Multiplication and div.py, like that. So now each one is one programming. This is one program, this is one program, this is one program, here one programming. Every program contains collection of instructions where each line is a one instruction. Okay. So group of programs, these all nothing but group of programs, guys. Four programs there here. So group of programs or set of programs are called uh, software, or called as a software. So simply we can say this one is a calculator software. Calculator software. Understanding? So in our sessions also, guys, coming sessions we can developing like this calculator software. See here the calculator is looks like this one. Okay. So for example here the 7 plus 5. If I'm pressing equal to symbol, then 12 result coming. 12 into 5, then 60 coming. Okay. So here many values there, guys. If I'm clicking this delete symbol, so each time one number deleting. Okay, see here, one number deleting. If I'm clicking this, see nothing but this is one clear purpose, then all values are deleting. Okay, so like this softwares, this is nothing but calculator software. So these kind of softwares, if we are developing, if we want to designing, then so programming knowledge required, any one programming language like Python and its framework. Okay, now guys. So what is the use of software, guys? What is the use of software means? So softwares are reducing lot of burden on human being lives. So because of the softwares, so human being daily nature works, guys. In a human being, uh, as a person, as a human being persons, so we have a lot of works, guys, every day. We have a lot of works every day. So our human being works are becoming like more easy because of this software. For example, if you are taking this calculator only, say olden days, uh, if we want to be multiply big values, guys, so this one, if you want to be multiply, we are taking pen and paper and multiplying. So this one taking lot of time. But nowadays calculators there, simply we are typing both numbers, and result we are getting immediately. Okay, reducing lot of time. And if you are taking one school information, guys, school related data, if you want to be stored, so in olden days, so in the school registers maintaining, guys, for 10th class one register, for ninth one register, for 8th one more, like that. Okay, so for every year, for example 5 to 6 registers they are maintaining. So if 10 years they want to maintain, then 50 records, okay, more than 50 records they need to be maintained in one separate room called like storeroom. Okay, but nowadays people are not maintaining like that. Simply they are using computers in the school also. So in that computer, all years related students information maintaining. Okay, and also you can take it bank example also. If you want to be deposit money, guys, to your friend account, in the olden days people are going to the bank location, and filling one form, deposit form, and standing in one line, queue line, and giving your form to the bank employee. Bank employee will check all details and later depositing money to your friend account. This is all taking a lot of time. But nowadays simply we are using bank online internet banking we are using. Okay, like phone pay, google pay, paytm, like these kind of apps we are using. So within minute we are transferring money to others. Okay, so that is the advantages of software. Clear so far? Yes. So now simply you can see, guys, applications of Python. So using the Python, what kind of applications we can design? First of all, we need to know some knowledge, guys. So already I said, guys, this one related. So web applications we can design, guys. Web applications we can design using the Python with the Django. Web applications we can design. Web applications means here like Amazon, guys. Amazon, Zomato, Swiggy, like these all things called web applications. Okay, so next, next what? Artificial intelligent, artificial intelligent applications we can design, guys, and data science related, guys. Data science applications we can do it. Okay, and deep learning, deep learning, deep learning applications we can do it. And uh, machine learning applications we can do it. Any other? Deep learning, machine learning, so Azure related, Azure applications we can do it, and DevOps, DevOps applications we can do it, guys, and testing applications using Python with automation testing, as Python testing also there. Okay, more popular one right now. So testing applications we can do it. Gaming related applications, guys, gaming or animation. Okay, gaming or animations related applications we can do it. And networking related, okay, server side networking related, client side server side communication purpose networking related applications we can do it. Okay, so again enterprise applications we can do it. Simply banking, banking applications we can do it. Like many of their, guys, so robotics related, robotics applications. So like many of there, these are some examples only. So using the Python language, these all kind of applications we can design it. So that's why this Python are having more demanding nowadays. Okay, na? That is one point. Remember, whenever I'm sharing the material, you will get this all information in that material. Okay. Next, history, guys. History of Python. History of Python. So history means who introduced this Python, when introduced, where introduced, like some points we need to be know at least. Okay, so Python programming language conceived in the year 1980. Python programming language conceived in the year 1980s, guys. 1980 year. Conceived means we need to be develop one new language. Using that language, so we need to get more benefits. So we will start one language like that. Some discussion started, guys. Some group of people so discussed about particular new language related, okay, in the year 1980. So simply in Telugu, conceived means about that, simply ఆర్జిన్ అనమాట. పైథాన్ మనం స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి అనే బీజం ఎప్పుడు పడింది, ఓకేనా. సో అంటే 1980లో మనకి అది దాని గురించి డిస్కషన్ స్టార్ట్ అయింది. And Python programming language implementation began in the year 1989, guys. 1989. So implementation started in the year 1989 and released in the year 1991. Okay, so simply Python programming language. Python programming language implementation began in the year 1989. 1989 implementation was begun, guys. Okay, so and released in the year 1991. 1991. Okay. Released in the year 1991, February 21. So month, date not required, year is enough. Okay, so implementation started in the year 1989 and released 1991. So within these 2 years, developed and released also to the public as an open source, guys. As an open source and free. Okay? So freely released to the public in the year 1991. So sometimes in interviews also, guys, when Python was released, 1991. Okay, so that point remember. And who designed this Python, guys? Who introduced this Python? So simply author of this Python, who is means Guido van Rossum. Guido van Rossum is the author of this Python, guys. So Python programming language. Python programming language was developed by the Guido van Rossum. So he is the author, guys. Guido van Rossum is the author of the Python. and he released Python in the year 1991. The point, remember. Clear? So this Guido van Rossum is a scientist, guys. This person is a scientist, mathematical scientist. So he is working in Netherlands. He is working in Netherlands Mathematical Research Institute. He started about the Python and he released it in the 1991. Got it? So Guido van Rossum was developed the Python programming language at Mathematical Research Institute called as CWI. CWI means just wait. So he's a scientist, mathematical scientist. He was developed this Python in the Mathematical Institute called CWI, which is located at Netherlands. At Netherlands, guys. So this person in one mathematical research institute developed this Python, which is available in the Netherlands. So this is all just for knowledge purpose only. Whenever I'm sharing my material, in my material you will get this all information, guys. Simply here you need to be remember who introduced means Guido van Rossum when introduced in the year 1991. This point, these 2 points we need to be remember it in the history. Okay. Yeah, and why name taken as Python. So for our language name is Python, guys. So why the name taken Python only? Why not other name? We have so many names. So why Python only taking for this language name? That is we need to be know. Okay. So Guido van Rossum taken our language name, his language name as Python only. So why that region is important? Okay. So Guido is loving one famous British comedy movie. Guido is loving one famous British comedy movie, guys. That name is Monty Python's Circus Flying. Okay. Guido van Rossum is loving one popular British comedy movie which name as Monty Python Circus Flying. Movie name Monty Python's Monty Python's Circus Flying. This is a British movie, guys. British movie. British movie. So our Guido van Rossum, this person loving this movie. Okay, this is a more popular movie, guys. More popular movie. So in this movie have this name Python. So that's why Guido van Rossum taken his language name as Python. His language name as Python. Okay, na? So why the name taken Python only? Like if anyone asking, you can say. So our author Guido van Rossum is loving one popular British comedy movie. The movie name is Monty Python Circus Flying. That's why this person taken our language. Yes. Next guys, versions versions of Python. Versions of Python. So here we have majorly three types of versions, guys. Python programming language contains three types of versions majorly. So one is one by one we will discuss. We have we have three types of versions. So first one is Python 1x version, guys. Python 1x version, 1x version. So and second one is Python 2x version, and third one is Python 3x version. Okay, Python 1x, Python 2x, Python 3x. So here the one is a major version, X is a minor version, guys. X is minor version. For example, so in this 1x version, 1.0 is there. Okay, 1.0, next 1.1, next 1.2, and next 1.3, like that. Many versions there, guys. Okay, many versions there. 1.6, like that, up to here. Okay, 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, like that released. So here one is a major version, this one is subversion. X is nothing but subversion. So first time he introduced it in the 1991. The time he released 1.0 version, guys. 1.0 version he released. Okay, so that time, for example, if you are taking Python, so first time only this capacity, this much size is there. Here only some lines of code only introduced, developed. Okay, so that is 1.0. Next time 1.1 version released. There some new methods or new classes also added. Okay, along with the predefined thing, existing thing, some new ones also adding. Next, one more version released. So here some new things also added. Like that, for every version, some new things adding in the particular version, guys. Got it? Yeah. So these all are initial days only. They used this all version. Later, Python 2x version released. Python 2x version released. So here 2.0, 2.0, 2.1, 2.2, okay, and 2.6, 2.7, up to 2.7 released, guys. Up to 2.7. So using these versions, guys, 2.6, 2.7. So some real-time applications also designed. So these all versions only for development purpose they used. Okay, so when comes to 2.6 onwards, real-time applications people really developed using these versions. Okay, so in the year 2020, guys, in the year 2020, Guido van Rossum officially announced we are not going to support Python 2x version from 2020 onwards. Okay, so anyone if deciding to use the particular 2.x version for developing their new application, so you may get some problems. So don't use these versions like officially released. So later onwards, 3x version people used. Okay, so while using these versions only, people development started a 3x version also. So in the 3x version, 3.0, 3.1, like that, many versions there, guys. 3.7, 3.8, 3.9, 3.10, 11. Okay, so like these versions there, many versions. So here many versions there. Hmm. So from 3.6 onwards, guys, people are using for real-time development. For real-time development, so so many people in their applications using 3.7 version in the real time. Okay, and 3.10, 3.9 also more stable version. So in the real time, people using 3.9 also, and later some new features, new functions adding in the latest versions, guys. So like that, continuously for every 6 months one time people are releasing new versions. So right now new version is 3.11 is there, 3.11. So one point remember, in the real time development always latest versions people are not using. People are not using. Why means some dependency problems will come. When we are using Python, along with Python, Django required, database required, servers required. So that's why when you are using latest version in the real time, maybe other dependency softwares maybe not supporting this new version. That's why some stabilized versions only people are using, stabilized versions. Okay, guys. So for example, you can see here just Python, Python Wikipedia, Python Wikipedia. You can open. In Wikipedia, you can see about the Python. You will get the versions. Which one is the stabilized version, which are latest version, like that. Python versions. Yes, yes. See here. So here versions there, many of versions releasing. So 2x version, last version is 2.7. Okay. So later 3.0 is there. Now these are the current versions people are using in the real time, guys. Okay, this color currently using, and this is the future releasing. This color is future releasing. Coming days, they are planning to releasing in the year 2023. Okay, October month they are planning to release this 3.11 version, and this is the current version. This color is current version. So if you are seeing here, you will understanding these colors. This color is old version. This is the latest version. This is the future version. Okay, like that. So now people using as 3.10, 3.7 of the times in the real time. Okay, any version you can use. Small changes only there. One or two new methods adding on the latest version. So as a students, we are using current version latestly. All new features we will get it. That's why I downloaded and installed this latest version only. Okay, and all of you. So if you are observing this structure, every 6 months one time they are releasing. Not exactly 6 months, nearly. Some are like LTS versions releasing. LTS means long-term support. Long-term support means those are the standard versions. So those standard versions people are using in the real-time development. Okay. Yes. Simply this is all just for knowledge purpose only. So Python 3x version, the 3.11 we are downloading and we are installing. So where we are downloading and how we are installing, slowly we'll see. Already I informed where we are downloading. So Python official website is there. Okay, so here download there, you can click on download. See here, this is the link, python.org/downloads. Latest version you can download. So in your system, Windows software is there, then Windows related. If it is Linux, you can download the Linux version. So based on your system OS, you can download the particular one, guys. Okay, my system belongs to Windows, that's why automatically Windows related downloading. Okay, any other old versions if you want, you can choose here. You can choose here. Got it? See here, guys. You can observe here 2.7 in this 2018 released 2.7 this version, but here see 3.37 2017 one released. It means parallelly developed 2x version, 3x version. Okay, after completing all 2x, then people not started 3 related. Parallelly 2x 3x both started. Okay, the point remember. So when you are joining into the company, guys, sometimes your management people are announcing, so download Python 3.7 version or download Python 3.10 version, use that version in our project. Like that, they are giving some requirement, okay, instructions they are giving. So according to that, we are downloading particular version and we are installing. Okay, why means uh, 5 people working on single project, guys. In one project, group of people working. So you are downloading 3.11 version, and your colleague downloading 3.9 version. Okay, like each one downloading and installing different version, and all together if want to work, getting some problems. Okay, that's why all the teammates should require to install the same version. So that's why for every project, management people are team lead will give some instructions. We need to be follow those all instructions. Okay, guys. And Python other features also there, guys. Extendable feature, embeddable feature, like that. So extensible means Extensible means, for example, in our Python we are downloading, we are developing some logics. Okay, these logics we can extending to the other languages like Java. Okay, for using Python, easily we are writing some requirement related logics. These logics we can add to the Java language, Java coding. Okay, and also Java side, people are writing some logics for security purpose, and those lines of code we can use in our Python also. Okay, so that is embeddable, guys. Other languages code we can use in our Python, embeddable, that is called, and our code also we can use in other languages, that is extendable. Okay, these all benefits also there in Python. For that, separate module there, guys. Separate module there. Jaitan, like there. Jaitan means for communicating to Java. Jaitan. Saitan. Okay, Saitan means for communicating to C language. Okay, like that. Many of flavors there in Python also, different flavors there. These all things after learning the Python you will understanding. After learning Python. Okay, if I'm introducing about Saitan, Jaitan, these all things, people will get confusing and literally crying. So that's why we will discuss about only Python. Only Python. Okay, yes. So that's enough, guys, for this today. So today just given about the history. Okay, and features I explained, and versions of the Python I explained. So tomorrow directly I will download and install it. Okay, downloading and installing related I will take care. After installing, really it is installed or not, how we are checking. After installing, what flavors coming along with softwares. Okay, so two flavors coming and one tool coming, and documentation also coming, where we can see the documentation, what flavors will come. Okay, what tool will come. These all things we will discuss clearly. And environment variables, how we are setting, and others module, free third party modules, how we are using. These all things in the next session we will discuss. In the next session only, first programming, first Python basic programming, how we are creating, how we are executing, how we can see the output. These all things we will see in the next session. Okay, so up to here all the basics, guys. That's for concept knowledge only. So from tomorrow onwards, major concepts will start, installation and working with first programming. Clear? Yes. Thank you for this day. And for more information, you can contact these admin guys. Okay. Contact these numbers. You'll get the more information. So as soon as possible, you need to be make it your registration. Then, so coding wise, we will discuss, guys. Thank you.